that first.
So,
Oh.
I haven't had a lot of time throughout the week to play. I put a VOD from today in there. I didn't really have anything to write for notes, so
Right.
just because I haven't really had much time to play. It's finals week, so I've taken classes, so I've been working on for those pretty hard.
Yeah, I see. That makes sense. Well, how many hours you had time to play?
I think I played a few games before the end of this season. And then so I've played. I can just check how many I've played because it's not been very many. Just a couple hours. It looks like
Just a couple
12
hours.
games. 12 games total. Yeah.
So probably still might need more time to practice our previous concepts as well, such as taking off angles, timing, or.
So I feel like I've actually gotten a pretty decent handle on it. Just like having it in my mind to like mentally tell myself is from what I've been playing today, especially I've won 5 of the games out of the 6 I played. I only lost 1 game today so far.
Nice.
So I feel like I've been doing pretty good.
That's great. That's great. Do you feel like you taking off angles automatically? You're not thinking about it as much though?
Yeah, I still am. Like the off angle part is pretty easy. It's the timing I think that was really messing with me. Finding the off angles on some maps is a little difficult, and then obviously some angles are really awkward with Ashe depending on the map, but that's probably really the only thing I've struggled with is like I think the one VOD I put in there was a Lijiang game, and there's just a lot of like you can take off angles with Ashe, but it's just awkward in some spots.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. So it's that, and you mentioned something about your aim and ultimate usages. It was kind of tough sometimes, right? So what was that exactly, you think?
I feel like my aim has improved a lot. Just doing those warm-ups, and then just getting into the game and playing, which I figured it would come back to me. I feel like it has. I feel like I've been doing decent. It's still not where I want it, but it's a lot better than what it has been. Ultimate usage. I think mostly the thing I struggle with for ultimate usage is placement. Because with Bob, it's really easy to just send him on a journey, you know? Away from the team fight. So like a lot of times if I'm throwing it at a person and it misses and then he just kind of like runs away and it's like, oh. So I think that's the thing. I've been trying to think a little harder about where I'm placing him and it's worked out, but I still kind of sometimes just to throw Bob away.
Based on what we said before, I think it might be good to discuss today as well. What is the placement? Maybe the timing as well. I think, let's just go with that. Okay, I'm just gonna screen share. Should be good. Yeah, let me know if it's working for you just fine.
I can see it.
Nice, good. Okay, so ultimate usage. For the most part, timing, some angles are difficult to find. Is there anything else?
For this match in particular, so this one is why the reason why I feel like I'm doing better playing with the tank, because this is one of those games where I felt like the tank just didn't know how to push in or take advantage of things. So I was working really hard to like watch the tank and play around with their engages. They just didn't push up a lot, so I tried to make a lot of backline pressure and make opportunities to push up. I think I succeeded a few times. So we'll see what you say about it, but I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah, let's watch that. That's gonna be fun to watch. Yeah, I get that part where you want your tank to be more active and everything. You just really want to be in the right spot and make sure we able to apply pressure in the right moment when there's actual, your tank is actually in. Okay, you have Rissa, you have Life Weaver. Okay, let's see.
In full disclosure, the Life Weaver is duoed with me here.
So you can take advantage of that sometimes. Maybe you might.
I take some pretty aggressive, like actually probably mentally insane angles. Like I probably should not be, but I knew I'm like, all right, just pull me out. I'm gonna take a stupid angle.
Okay, I want you to think here. When we trying when we're trying to get in a position, let's first of all think, what is that angle we're trying to take at the moment?
So I was kind of hoping we're gonna push in here, and I can rotate left as they start to congregate toward the point. But then the tank kind of walked back
Okay.
and gave up all the space for no reason. So then I was kind of just trying to pressure enough for the tank to be able to walk forward. I rotate pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure here.
Yeah, it's just the question to me, right? Can we rotate even faster? Can we utilize something so it's gonna be even faster setup? Yeah, because obviously I think you're gonna get there, right? You're gonna get on that left side position, but it just feels kind of slow because you stand on this part of the map here on the bridge. First of all, it's quite dangerous. Second, you have limited line of sight. So what do you think? Is there a way for you to rotate faster, actually?
I mean, I could probably use Coach Gun to go over. I think I think the reason why I'm not pushing in too hard here is because I think audio wise I can hear the Orisa on their team. I hear the Pharah. I think they had a Pharah, or is that our team had the Pharah? Okay, but I think my biggest worry is like to walk around this corner and take a javelin and fly off the map. That's why I'm not using Coach Gun.
I get it. I think you wanna kind of use two rivals here. So think about your Coach Gun, and then when your tank kind of starts the pressure, right? It might be even here when he just starts initial pressure, there's some of the attention goes towards him, right? This is the point of time where your tank is not really active, right? He's not using a lot of cooldowns, but still you can try to utilize that. That would be the most ideal situation. Obviously, you might just do this kind of 24/7 every game, see okay what works, what's not. But yeah, the concern that you might fly because of the javelin is there, obviously. So you have to start around the corner. That's first. Second, tank should be kind of active, and then really go towards the corner. Yeah, I think it's just slightly better. Yeah, you see why it just might be more valuable to be there, because you also gonna get your Koji Gun later as well. It's kind of obviously depends on the enemy composition as well a lot of times, but mostly, unless they're playing dive, you should be okay-ish. It's kind of based on this information already. You can scout and see, okay, what they have is that do they have a lot of dive characters? If not, it should be okay. Even though they do, I think you should be still okay because most of your teams rotating around the bridge anyway, so you're gonna be in line of sight. Yeah, just something to keep an eye on. It might be a little bit sharper angle, yeah, but still better because we can pressure this space behind this. Doesn't make sense with rotation. Or any questions?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. The biggest concern for me is just like getting caught out, like because going to taking that angle while the tank's walking back, it's like playing super aggressive into like space that we don't own. It's just really easy to get turned on. Would a better idea?
Let's just say. Yeah, sorry.
Would a better idea be like maybe like I'll have Lifeweaver throw pedal there and like kind of peek above that wall?
No, I don't think you need to. It's kind of gonna be wasted again to me because, okay, let's put it this way, because there are two teams here, so it's easier to understand. Because this part where your tank needs to do something, then your walk might be a little bit tough to understand. But, let's put it this way: you think about the space your team is trying to control. Your team is kind of, yeah, where you have a lot of resources. Let's put it this way. I usually like to use those terms. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this here. For example, this space on the bottom, at this moment, it's your friendly space. Why? Because you have a lot of cooldowns here, which can support you, and all your teammates, they're within effective range as well, so it should be alright. And that friendly space is basically where if anybody in the enemy team walks, especially if they're isolated, they should die pretty quick because yeah, it's just all of the cooldowns and resources you have. It's gonna be quite complicated for the enemy. Yellow space here, it's contested space. It's the space where you're trying to enter, right? But not all your resources are there yet. You're just kind of trying to set up your angles. You're trying to set up your cooldowns. You're trying to set up even your ultimates in that space. Yeah, both teams trying to do that. And at this moment of time, I think enemy team, they have a slight advantage. Why? Because they are leaning more towards kind of, but first of all, they're more forward, right? Their tank is more forward, but there are other things like their symmetrists taking an angle, maybe their soldiers in a position take angle as well. That's why they're already at slight advantage. Yeah, that's why it's what it's important to use. Well, you leveraging all your resources to kind of control this yellow area. And the red is just the enemy space. Well, it's kind of actually a little bit towards this, maybe. Yeah, like this. Just say like this circle there, because if anybody enters there, you well, I think almost every member, maybe except even Sim is able to contribute there, and can punish anybody. Yeah, and this is how you want to think. Make sure you have good angles on the yellow, and you can use your cooldowns effectively.
Okay.
So, yep.
So I see where my brain is kind of just had the incorrect thinking here because you're saying this blue area is like our area. I guess in my brain, the blue cuts off at the end of the bridge, and that's why I'm hanging back so much.
Yeah. It makes sense. We just why we. So how we explain it, is line of sight. Your team is able to do something. They're easily able to do anything. If you on the left side there still, left side there, and it's not only cooldowns, it's also the effective range again. So it should be okay when you need to start walking, because your space, the friendly and contested space, yellow is contested space. I'm gonna use this term later. Contested space, friendly space, enemy space, all of that changes depending on situation. So how I would look at it is, once your tank really starts walking in this certain space, that is where you need to think about, okay, like I want to somehow have angles, so it like let's think like, for example, here your tank starts walking towards the yellow. Yeah, your tank starts walking towards the contested space there. You need to leverage your friendly space as much as possible and move towards even better angles later, so you can contribute on that yellow space. You see what I mean?
Okay.
Just kind of,
I understand. Yeah,
it's just kind of your tank. You don't need to use javelin or anything. It's just him walking is already good enough. It's all on you how you do rotation with your cooldowns, with your corners usage and everything. So yeah, pay attention to that. Just kind of friendly contested, if that helps. Your tank walks, okay, this space is something we confronting. You should have the best angle ready, so right away thinking a coach gun. If it didn't work for whatever reason, watch out what happened. Maybe we were doing it at the wrong time. Maybe it's mostly just how you use cover, but yeah.
And there's always the mechanical skill aspect too. Maybe I just missed shots.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, that too. Just kind of, to me, this is really scary. Like, where you're playing.
No, I was very uncomfortable standing there for a lot of reasons. Because, like I said, the javelin and just standing on that bridge in general is like there's the javelin right there.
Yeah, even
this is the part. Yeah, this is the part where I got fed up with standing on bridge.
Even this is better if you can make it. Somehow you have just trouble getting to the bridge because the enemies, they're too fast. Maybe because of the speed boost to teleport. Then doing this is even better.
Yeah, and I already got the pick there, so.
Another short range angle for you, but it can work. I think the initial setup could have done much more pressure. Just you being on the left side right away. It's kind of
Yeah, I got the pick and then our team started dying. That's why I started to retreat a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I was saying just the first, once you start on the bridge here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now this is okay. We're gonna go over there again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of waiting to see if we're gonna push past bridge or not.
Yeah, see, so this is basically like, so it's gonna be even easier, right? Again, if we're talking about the contestant space, friendly space, for example, here, you identify where your friendly space is, where the contestant space is. So what do you think?
Well, so it's looking like we're getting ready to push kind of into that contested space. So if I manage to push onto that right side.
Yeah, so contested space is kind of here-ish, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what it looks like they're pushing into.
Yep. Yep.
So this is kind of where I identified like Tank's gonna be active and I'm gonna take the off angle and hopefully make something happen.
Exactly. So you need to kind of combine once you tank, even without javelin spin or without any ability, he starts walking in there already, start considering going towards this because he's doing this at the moment, but we kind of around this stone, right? We know we could have done this already. Just go.
Yeah, I was just a little slow to it.
Yeah, I think contested space, the friendly space might help a lot, so it's gonna be easier for you to just identify the best timings. Because while we on the main here, your team burns resources, yeah, and there are last chances for you to win, right? You start walking now, but then. Is it the best time? Well, it kind of works because
yeah, I did it like at a weird timing. I could have done it earlier, and then when I did do it, it was like before the tank was ready to walk in. It's just weird. It felt like the tank was just waiting for me to make a move like every time.
Yeah. But see what I mean? You have to be in the right place. It's sort of should have been you here and your tank starts walking instantly. Like once he did, there was javelin spin. You just instantly there, like right away.
Okay.
In half a second, you should be on there. You might actually sneak around sometimes if they don't notice you. And certain characters just sneaking around, like Tracer is a good example. You just flank around, you set up, and then you press your crouch so nobody's gonna hear you, and once your tank is in, you're in as well. As Ashe, I think is just this map in specific, it's a lot about your coach gun probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more thing to think about is your uptime during all of this. You can notice is just when we end the fight, you do couple of shots, 3 shots, and then you have to reload. And the time of it might be not necessarily too good to me. Let's just think of this moment of time, for example. So this is when you get your ammo back, right? Then you have this kind of Now let's watch before. So it's kind of run here, right? When we're on the bridge as well. 1 dynamite, 2nd shot, right? And then 3 shots there, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it just seemed like a little bit there. Yeah, it's mostly about the position now. I don't think it's just anything else. Yeah, it was just difficult because of the position. You was not able to do as many shots. Yeah. And then this, yeah, I think this is okay. It's just something to pay attention to when your team is really into contested space. Make sure once your bullets are there, kind of reloading only when it matters. Just when your team is out of contested space for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's like with Ashe that I've noticed is like ammo management is a lot more important than most other characters, just because your reload is so long.
Yeah. I'm just. Well, looking at it, what do you think about this, where we are as well? What's your opinion?
It's kind of scary because there's not really much way to get to supports if they like walk up to me like how the Symmetra does. It's really just relying on me being able to aim at anybody who turns at me. As long as I can get line of sight of the Life Weaver, I think I'll be fine, but it's kind of tough here. Right now, I'm kind of just contesting the space and trying to get their team to turn around so our team has like the opportunity to push up. That's kind of my thoughts there, and I got like halfway there. So.
Yeah. I like the thought process. I just don't like the range you're playing in. Where you
I see. Yeah, it was really hard to get line of sight, like at the doorway, just because that middle section is so hard to get around.
Yeah,
that's what I mean by like the angles are awkward, like on this map for me.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So let's say like now you might think, okay, I can't see anybody, yeah, so let's start walking up somewhere. Yeah, let's start like
that's probably what was going on here.
Yeah, so
at this point.
Instead of this thought, you want to have something like, okay, what is that contested space we're gonna walk, and your movement, instead of it being forward movement, find a way to be on this 90 angle. You remember we talked about that before as well,
right?
Yeah? You're kind of moving towards the right or the left first. That is your first priority, and second is only forward, because you range character this point of time, it should be okay. If enemy team, they're really playing inside a building or something like here, maybe you can consider start walking a little bit forward, so it's just easier for you to kill the sim. But first of all, it's kind of, okay, what I can do is my movement so I can see these guys a little bit better. Okay, contested space here. We confirmed that. Maybe I can't see anybody yet. What about if I stay a little bit longer? Maybe you're gonna see that Symmetra, yes, so you just can still hold this corner. Okay, once you see her, start shooting. If not, maybe they're walking back, then do this movement here. You open up better angle this way. Yeah, it's mostly about that. Yeah, there was a pattern as well. Remember when we were trying to take high ground, I think on Dorado, and when we were fighting somebody, I was saying like, you're walking forward, it's like a, you know, it's called a plat magnet. You kind of go, yeah, you gotta lean towards somebody, because you think, well, I don't think it's that, actually, it's that you play a lot of Kiriko, that's why.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's just really good if they start pushing you, but then because you have the best angle, you don't have to use a coach gun right away. You might just walk back and then use it there later. Well, they might not even push you fully, but all of this is useful. Maybe your team is not gonna win the fight either, but it's just you pulling off more resources, you're consistently doing more pressure. Okay, you're gonna have Bob really soon. Nice. Get her in, Orisa. See why Orisa died? She walked into your friendly space. All of the resources can be there. And effective range as well. There's just no way that Orisa lives. The contestant...
I was very confused as to why she was there.
Alright, anybody who walked into your space is just so easy to kill. See what we do again? With our angle, what it should be. What your movement should be. Watch it. You walking
it should have been toward their bridge instead of walking forward.
Exactly. So instead of it's slightly better because you walk on the right, but it should be right away. First do this. If it's needed, then walk forward. When it might be needed, well, maybe when these guys are around here, around this doorway. Yeah, I think so. But first is left to right, left to right.
Okay.
Okay, and then Bob placement. How do you usually place the Bob? What do you do with that?
I was just trying to get him to stand on point if someone was taking an angle like around cover where I couldn't see them, because there's like a lot of weird cover pillars where that doorway is, so I just wanted him to catch the angles I couldn't. I wasn't expecting the tree to be there, so I thought he'd be positioned a little further back, but yeah, it was mostly just like especially like the Mercy. I get really annoyed fighting when there's a pocket Mercy.
So where your Bob should end up, do you think?
Honestly, I mean, I think the only reason that I use is just because we don't have the tank, but probably further back where that Mercy is, I think is better because you can see both sides of that pillar.
So towards the one, kind of.
Yeah.
So kind of a little bit there. Okay. Yeah. So what your ball placement is really? First of all, you're right. A lot of times it can act like a tank because it creates a lot of distraction, and you can take space with that. But because it's a really nice tool which allows you to control the space, that we can think about the same way. Using this term contested space, yeah, now this point becomes contested space. Your resources starts, you start entering there. You want to set up an angles, yeah, you want to set up your ultimates. So usually the ball placement, it should be somewhere on the angle as well, so it kind of pushes the enemy from different side. Sort of like, let's say you play here at A. If your bob is at B, pushing from behind, shooting from behind, it's much better because the enemy team, they don't have a place to hide if they're like in front of this, yeah, like on this rectangle especially. That is something to keep an eye on. You place your bob slightly behind, but make sure you contribute to the contested space still. Yeah, like now what the problem is with this bob, he is contributing to contested space, but he's not behind. Well, the tree also kind of stopped him, but I'm just thinking we should aim towards a little bit kind of back angle. Yeah, like.
And I can recognize that after the fact. Most of the time it's just in game. I'm just like, get Bob somewhere, and I don't think very hard about it. And I probably should be thinking a little harder about it.
I just want you to also see how easy it's gonna be to place a bob with you on the angle somewhere like here as well. And you're not like playing Reaper's range, right? Well, Kiriko range. This is really like really up close. Well, it can work if they're behind that structure, like there against the soldier made sense, but yeah, before. Okay. So your movement first, left, right. So we move left. This is good. Okay.
I didn't ask for that high ground, but I got it.
Nice. This guy's stiffing against you. Yeah, it's gonna be challenging to aim for sure because they all I
wasn't a big fan of that because one, aiming from above sometimes is harder because they can strafe forward and back as well as left and right, and it still has I still have to aim. I can't strafe aim as much. And then it's just like having everyone there in front of me. They all see me. They're all strafing. I don't have anyone that's like unaware of my presence, so it's harder to hit people because they're actively trying to avoid it.
What do you think you should do in this case? So there's a TP. You expect probably more people to TP. Symmetra is already in.
So I'm trying to kill the TP so that they don't. I'm like hoping they don't all jump out. And then I'll probably start pushing to the right a little bit since our tank's positioned left and it takes that 90-degree angle.
Yeah, and the first movement is this instead of going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, yes, sure, shoot this while moving to here, I think, and then Sim is there, already here, maybe closer to this wall, and then she starts using, I don't know, like they're using Kiriko ultimate or whatever. If they're going back, yes, you can move towards this, I think, but probably because they're pushing forward, you expect they lean towards rushing the point, so this angle probably would work, yeah? But see, we kind of really up close, that's why it's like complicated.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and you can drag more resources just in case this guy's push you as well from the left. You can always kind of go back a little, might be worth it if 3 guys chasing you. Your team can definitely do a lot on the point. But yeah, I think it's mostly kind of positional, and then the bob, obviously. But let's watch more of that. What are we gonna have? This map is more complicated because a lot of short range space to work with, but
yeah.
What do you think your angle should be right away on this map?
So, my understanding is that you're supposed to take white room first so you can grab high ground. And if you control high ground, you can basically, it's a lot harder for them to take off angles and flank. You basically can control the point from there. Right. But I noticed that they like we're not pushing into white room and they have off angles, and I think that's when I start to like rotate over toward the left to try and deal with it.
So contested space is white room. Your friendly is kind of here-ish. And I'm just thinking, do you have to work the same way with your team while because you're trying to control yellow? Again, what your range should be, what your off angle should be if you're trying to control yellow.
Probably closer to point, or I can move around right side to server room.
Yeah. The right side is again more complicated. The same. You tell me why this is complicated, actually.
There's just a lot of. I almost have to get closer because there's a lot of cover.
More
and it's really easy for them to like push in on me, and I don't really have an escape. There's a health pack in there, but that only goes so far.
Exactly. Yeah, the main concern is really it's not a long range sideline for you. Again, it's more like Kiriko's flank. That's what I wanted to say. But here you have pretty good wall to play around. You have the long range opportunities. So obviously, if your team is kind of, let's say you win this, you have of this and maybe actually this entire space, and now the contested space is going to be there. Well, what you can do, you can move on the high ground so you can catch this guys off guard, the backline. But see, you're kind of moving depending on where your team is. You're just with them kind of at the start, you lean either left or right, see what long range angle works for you. If these guys are gonna push you or something on the left, you still have line of sight in your team. Kind of, you can always back off with your coach gun, so it should be okay. It's kind of like a Reaper shift in a way. You can take aggressive angles. Like here, there's not much verticality you can use, so coach gun is really a tool which allows you to kind of get in line of sight of your team. If you really push a little bit too far forward, you think like, behind this wall a little, yeah, you know the pressure is gonna happen. You can always jump in your teammates' sidelines because you do coach gun this way. You kind of coach gun back behind this wall, for example, and they can easily see you. Yeah, this is all about that. That's how hard you can go in. Yeah, it's not only about like verticality all the time. It's also kind of a little bit more how hard they can walk left or how hard they can walk right. Yeah, it's just if you can reach, if you can reach your teammates, should be good. Maybe let's write it down actually. So coach gun, yeah, walk left, walk right. Yeah, just gonna use this. Just really hard to kind of properly do a lot of damage. As you notice, like the uptime, we started with 2 bullets, and then you reload, right? But you should already shoot, no reload. Yeah, like now you reload 2 bullets. I mean, you shoot there and then reload again. Ideally, there should be only 1 reload versus 3, which we did. That's why your ultimate is not you're not farming it as fast.
Okay.
So it's like 4 reloads, and like now 1, 2. This makes sense. You kind of have downtime.
Yeah, right? I try to do it like I'll try to shoot for pressure, and when I feel like I'm not getting anything and I need to take cover, I'll reload as I get around cover, because I basically try to reload when I don't see anyone on my screen.
Yeah. I think it's okay. Just make sure.
But I understand I'm not shooting enough. Like is what you're saying.
Yeah. Let's put it this way: when your tank is in contested space, most of your bullets should be you should shoot, not reload most of the time. Yeah. So what happened before is your tank is. Let me see. So your tank is Zarya, so it's 2 bubbles, right? When 2 bubbles are happening, you should shoot most of your time. So it should be shoot, still shoot. Probably reload now because you're out of your bullets or something.
Right.
And then you're gonna still shoot. And once your tank is out, kind of, maybe they're not doing much. Like now you have downtime, you reload 1 more time ideally. But then when tank is in again, like maybe, well, He's gonna do something like now, for example.
When he figures it out, yeah.
Yeah, but you obviously can still find moments to shoot even without your tank. But what I'm saying is, when your tank is in, most of your bullets should be there. And when your tank is out, you can lean towards your loading a little bit more. Yeah, it's just...
Okay. Yeah, so that's what you mean by the uptime is sometimes it's just not quite there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So, shoot mostly when tank is in, and yeah, should be okay, I think, just to start with, because obviously you cannot track every bullet. It's kind of... It's gonna be easier by the feel. You play more and more, it's gonna be easier for you to figure out, could you sneak even more bullet, one more bullet, or should you reload really? But yeah, for now it's just fundamentally it's wrong because you reload most of your time when your tank is in, right? Well, at least before, and then because there's a lot of pressure from the enemy team already, it's kind of tough for you guys to walk in the space. This is fine, yeah, like... Your tank is in, you were shooting, now he's out, but you might get a kill, so it's okay, you can still shoot. Now reload, makes sense kinda as well. Let's see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the one thing I think just the biggest improvement right now is my aim has gotten a lot better. At least to me, it feels like I'm doing better with it. So I feel like I'm having more impact. So I think, yeah, if we fix the other stuff, I think climb really fast.
Yeah, it's definitely mostly mechanics. It's just the mental state, decisions, positioning. Obviously, there are a few things to how you aim really. Okay. Yeah, this is what I think, like, you need once this is happening. So again, where your contested space is, what is happening now, yeah, like, your teams might seem a little bit all over the place, right, but you still can kind of figure out, okay, what is that really we're walking towards, yeah, and what is the best angle for us to set up. Think, okay, if there is so we starting here, right? Okay, if you're if the enemy Rissa is fighting Zarya's walking inside this room, okay, what's my angle I can take, right? What kind of angle is not too deep, right? Where you still can escape with coach gun, but live, yeah? So, for example, that's where you still can lean towards this. Obviously, be careful about the echo. You probably would be pushing kind of shoot, but then once there's a pressure, you can always coach gun back or something. See, like, coach gun allows you to trade cooldowns. Yeah, like if you trade flight with something like beam together, it's already enough. It's just kind of the way to control the map as well. Suit the good movement. Really, this is a lot. We go over that a lot with, especially Mercy players. Like, a lot of people tend to think, oh, Mercy is just damage boost right people, and maybe you heal sometimes, but really, there's a lot of stuff about your movement. Just you being present in a certain space allows to bait the enemy's resources, and then you can escape because you baited a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Actually gonna release videos soon, you know that, about the Mercies, but yeah.
Yeah, I supports, I think I understand that concept easily, because...
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I played support.
Yeah, this is nice.
I don't know, I guess there's a lot of things, I guess it's just really hard to translate over to a different role.
So see, like, right away, your team start working here. Can you think about leaning towards better angle right away, but moving left?
Definitely, I should be moving left.
Yeah, move left, and even take high ground there right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always kind of, might seem, while they might shoot me and everything, but your tank is in. That means that he's in the contested space. Your team is even using a tree of life.
Yeah.
That is something to consider too. Just when
I think this is an instance of me just getting tunnel vision and not thinking about positioning.
That's fine. It's fine. It's common. I would definitely think, like, if you do all your games really and you even feed but you take those positions, you know, like, you might die. I think it's gonna be better. I'd like that more. You go and push your limits. Take those left, right angles. Make sure the range is good. And then if you punish, watch out what was that exactly? Yeah, obviously figured that out, but mostly it's timing, might be how you use corners, maybe you didn't manage to hit your shot sometimes, but that's an easy part. The playmaking part is always harder to fix, so definitely like pushing your limits.
That's kind of what I meant by the crazy angles. Like when I was like coach gunning over that bridge section or whatever.
Really good.
That's what I meant by like I was taking like a crazy angle, but it was working. So
yeah, that was really good, exactly. And especially if you have your teammate kind of who can keep an eye on you, that's good. But I think even though you didn't have life fever, you still can coach gun out in line of sight of your team, and yeah, it should work. Okay, and I just watch the Bob maybe, and then we can do a game, I think, and then we can review a little bit more. What do you think?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah, so most of it is just probably should be on the high ground here on the left. Okay, what about the Bob? So you kind of, this is really uncomfortable where you're, right? See, like, it's left, right, pressure. What if I'm here at my long range angle? Simply, right? And then the Bob. What do you think?
I think that was decent. Yeah. Like from my perspective, at least, it looks like it's covering a lot of like you get behind the tank and then the back line has to push into the Bob, so it makes it awkward for them to push.
Where is your contested space?
Point. It's
yeah.
So
you kind of set it up right to kind of turn them around mostly, kind of behind them. Orisa is in, only Orisa, but that's enough. You don't need the big Bob a lot of times. Yeah, so
even the Mercy trying to get to the tank, if I shoot the Mercy, then Bob focuses Mercy.
Exactly, because the tank is in, there are resources, he's dragging resources, like the Mercy support, the soldiers support, but they can't support Orisa properly because there's Bob, so yeah. So it works, and Orisa might die, yeah, Orisa should die because she wasn't...
I didn't even realize she pushed Bob away.
Yeah, but that's a good part. Like they are in a contested space. Once they walked, you saw your Bob, and yeah, it's really good. Okay, I think let's do game, and we pay attention to moving left and right first, and making sure you choose an angle. Sometimes where you can just coach gun line of sight of your team. Simple as that. Yeah, just be more. I don't like using term aggressive positions. It's just kind of positions which allows you to generate more pressure while being safe. You know, it's just about that. Why you save? Because you have coach gun in corner. Why you can apply a lot of pressure? Because you have good angle, good line of sight, and an effective range and such. Yeah, that's more about that. Okay, I need to see. Okay, yeah, you should be able to screen share now. Should be good.
Oh, it wasn't letting me before.
Yeah. There was something with the settings.
Okay.
Now it should be good.
Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Do you want us to go comp and?
Yeah, if you're fine with that, let's just do comp right away.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Like I said, I'm pretty warmed up today, so.
Nice, good. Let's do comp. How do you like new hero?
Maga, I honestly am not sure. I find tank very boring, so I try to avoid playing it. But I did play him a little bit. He's very fun. He felt very broken, like when I was testing out his abilities in practice range, and then when I got into a game, I was like, oh, he just dies. He just melts.
Yeah, there's
like yeah, he's got no way to really protect himself, so he just kind of relies on that lifesteal. So Ana throws a grenade, and it's like
exactly. The nade and Discord is really tough to deal with. He has such a huge hitbox. Okay.
Yeah.
So your first angle right away, where you should be. We played this map.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably gonna try to move right side.
Right side, right away. Long range angle there. So it's not forward to the point. Yeah, it's left to right. That's why you move kind of all the way right. Yeah. I think even just going on the right side, setting up there right away. But usually teams, like Ashe players, they tend to start here up where you are because you're able to sneak a little bit extra pressure first, and then you walk forward and right instantly. Because you're long range character anyway, if somebody's facing you in those windows or in those high grounds, you might ding them and they you just die. So
yeah.
Okay, so moving left to right and move until. I'm just gonna be saying like, oh, okay, we didn't hear that. That was.
Oh, okay.
Well, close range character kills you there. Yeah, sure. It's well.
That happens. So.
Yep, he's not there. Then take your long range angle. It should be okay. Okay. Once your tank starts contesting space. That's where you invest. Yes, shoot. Yeah, be careful.
Oh my.
Yeah, see, the Junkrat is just kind of see the attention of if he's looking at you, it's just where you can kind of dodge the bullets. It should be okay dodging at this range. It's just
yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. You have closer spawn as well, so you can try to take a little bit of space there. Once it's possible, you can take high guns too.
Yeah, I think right here.
Yeah, might work. Left to right first if you need the sidelines. Okay, now you can move forward because everyone's dead. Oh wait, he's there. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, missed him. The sneaky.
Yeah, I could hear him hobbling around.
That's good. Yeah, be careful with the close range angles. Choose long.
Yeah.
That's a good angle to start with for sure. Are you gonna cap the point? Everyone's just pushed, but then
I didn't expect him to push all the way up like that.
Yeah, this is a good angle to start with. Okay, the Sombra is there. You can always coach gun if needed. It's fine. I think it's kind of once you start this short range pressure, especially with the virus, like if you know something's coming, probably like worth coach gun away. By the way, you can stand on the pillar on the building. Like you can coach gun away to the pillar and still yeah.
Like up
I
there,
think you know that spot. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it before. I never really think that much about it, I guess. That was a big ult.
Cute position there. Yeah, exactly. Moving right or left, right or left.
So it's good over enough. Here. Get them behind them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm choking.
This is good. You don't have to hit every shot. It's just all about you applying pressure because you apply pressure. They're scared. Like this junker jumped up and you kill him. Okay, the San is not scared. You have to teach her.
She knows I'm missing everything.
Don't worry. Okay. If this happens, okay. So if you know there's a hard target to hit, like for example, it's moving left, right. Okay, you might also scout what's happening around. So you could find easy targets, like maybe that's Sombra, for example.
Yeah.
You know she's coming, or there's somebody on the main. It's like it's fine. You don't have to hit hard dodging targets doing nothing. Like the Anna was doing nothing anyway. She was not shooting, so.
How did I miss that?
But this is good enough. You don't need to kill them. Don't worry. You don't need to hit every shot. Okay, make sure your tank is walking in the space. I'm
gonna throw Bob here. Or not.
Yeah, well, might be concerning now, yeah. You're winning.
Yeah.
Okay. The spot you really need to think about controlling this middle high ground. By the way, left side here works as well. Remember, being one coach gun away, you can always coach gun towards your sidelines, so it's fine. Or this.
I almost got javelin onto the health pack.
That was good though. That was good. So see, like, why would that there?
Yeah,
Okay, a few
they
things.
got a lot of space off of it.
Yeah. So like, just simple. It's like Arisa's looking at you. Expect javelin. Probably play around the corner more. And this way, yeah, you can kind of dodge it. Because you're playing long-range character, by the way, you shouldn't be scared of javelin. A lot of times it's gonna be easy for you to dodge. It's just, if you play short range, it's hard. Because it's projectile, it should be okay. Try to move left again. Yeah. But watch your tank is in. Once he's in, you kind of... This is good, okay. Take HP back, and then... You also have your bob. You can repeat that, actually, yeah. It's gonna be...
Just throwing it in case I die to that Junkrat.
Yeah. No, the Somber is annoying. Oh no. Push the card, right? Are you gonna get healed? Okay, if somebody's pushing you, you have to go up, I think.
Jeez.
That's fine. I think it's just your rotation towards the high ground, then reset, and then your team is in, and then you're in. Okay, it's fine.
I think I just panicked too much with that tire.
Yeah, it's okay. I understand. But again, that advantage, right? If you know, sometimes, like most of the time, actually, if you're playing long range, you can kind of shoot it anyway. That was hard, right? Because he was in the left building, but yeah.
Yeah. See if I can get up here. They're starting to figure that spot out.
Okay. And try to use this, sure. This might be a little bit short range, so be careful. Mostly if you kind of those mid-range positions, short to mid-range, if they have a flanker, or just actually any short-range hero, you have to scout for that hero first. Make sure they cannot do anything. But it's another part. It's kind of just awareness, right? Because see what it was getting us. It's really most of the time with Sombra. It's just something to scout for. How you can scout sometimes is even just you doing a couple of shots in direction where she might be, even unscoped sometimes, yeah, so it's just faster. But yeah, it's not our main focus anyway. It's just something to keep an eye on. I think how we moved left and right was quite good, especially this angle on the first point, yeah, when he moved right, the last point as well, when he moved left, yeah, it worked quite nice.
I'm still just really embarrassed about that Ana.
Should
not have missed like 8 shots in a row. Oh man.
No, but Ana is hard to hit, first of all, and if she's dodging, she's even harder to hit. And
yeah,
your main point is also force out resources, and resources everything. It's them getting out of position, is them using cooldowns, is them not doing anything. Like Ana was not doing anything. Maybe you can recognize it, like if she's moving left and right, not doing much, then you can just switch it to another target if you can't kill her. It's not necessary for you to like kill things. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine, that's fine. Good. So see, close range heroes dealing with that first. That was nice. They have a lot of close range actually, so maintain your long range most of the time, but don't be too isolated. Play one coach gun away. This spot is here for now. If they dive you, you can always coach gun towards anybody on that right icon. Yeah. It should actually they should keep you alive still. Yeah, like if you're being here, they can keep you alive. Moving left is okay, like where your torb is, just super early pressure. You able, yeah, exactly. Just a little bit better sideline, and then after that you move towards the right, and maintaining your range. Wrong direction.
I'm trying to avoid my dynamite.
That's fine. Just coach gun towards the other angle.
Yeah. That was more of a push her away coach gun than it was.
Yeah. So we need to do both. Yeah. Try to position ourselves so push them away and lean towards outside.
I was too far left.
That's fine. Yeah. Was overall was good pressure, I think.
Yeah, let's go. That felt good.
Nice. Yeah. Lean towards the right. Okay, play one coach gun away so you're not too isolated because they dive characters. Right. Okay, too close. Don't get too close to Kiriko. This is good. Yeah, this is common angle, by the way. You kind of move left, right, depending on the situation. If somebody sneaks around left on that high ground, you can always push them here. Now you take space, so you move right. Yeah, they're not moving forward. See, it's constantly kind of around the main angle. Left, right. Yeah, good pressure. She's not using Suzu. She's really confident. Okay, the Reaper is feeding. That's good. The Flower is playing on the ground as well. The Curie is taking angle on you. Okay. Yeah. And think about the Bob. Once contested space is there, yeah. Once they enter, and then you use your Bob, put it on the angle. Just mostly making sure they're really walking, they're really committing. Your ball is a little bit too greedy there. Take advantage of that, that's good. This is good Bob overall, I think.
No.
Oh, that's fine still. I think you're gonna win this.
I don't think there's a lot to do about it.
It's just as a starter, what could help only you being up on the high ground, like using verticality is always helpful. Like yeah, that's the only thing could have saved you. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, like aim down more and yeah,
just go up somewhere.
Go left side.
Yeah. It's good overall. Yeah, exactly. And you kill things, kill Farah. Maybe you kill Anna.
I can't hit her. Can't hit anything.
You can. Move a little bit left, so it's 90 angle. That was good. That was a good move on the left, and they touched the point. I almost see 9.
Yeah.
We still can win, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
I mean,
you should.
Even if they do get this, it's
you win,
a lot of time.
You win. There's no way you lose now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think doing all of this, moving left to right, playing one coach gun away, that went good. Yeah, maybe we can something we can discuss, just how to deal with the threats, like short range especially, because you're low range character. We can do that, or we can do one more game. I'm thinking, yeah, what do you want to do more? One more game, we just watch even more patterns, I comment live. I think both things can be helpful, actually. Or if you want to go over those things like Sombra, just how to deal with that, we can go over that.
How in depth is that, like dealing with like a short range issue like Sombra?
Just mostly it's just kind of on next scene, probably. That's what I wanted to discuss. We can start Just
Do you
reviewing
think?
that.
Let's put it this way. Do you think I should move on? Like, do you think I'm doing good in what we've went over
Yeah,
so
yeah,
far, and we should
exactly.
move on?
That's what I'm saying. I think we probably
Okay.
you still probably should think about the previous lesson, this lesson today, and something I'm gonna say about the Sombra. That's probably gonna be for the next time, even.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Then we can just
yeah,
do one, and
yeah,
then I'm sure it'll come up. By the time we
yeah.
do next session. So
Yes. That's what I think. It's just.
I'll keep like an eye out for that. Like
Mhm.
a like if I'm in a game and I get a good VOD where there's some close range pressure that I can't deal with, I'll try to
Yeah,
keep an eye on that, and then
it's just fundamentally what is that about is how to be aware of threats just in general. What do you do? It's mostly your decisions process. Just how do you collect information? What do you do with information? Yeah, it's mostly about that. It's the next
okay.
topic. Yeah, this map is really good for you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have problems if you move left, right? Okay, maybe let's keep an eye on your tank a little bit more. I think do everything what we did, but yeah, keep an eye. Once contested space, your tank is entering that space. Make sure you have an angle. You already move in. Yeah, if your tank is moving in, again, moving in doesn't mean you in like move forward, but right or
Yeah.
left. Yeah,
Left and right first.
open up the angle. Yeah, let's say it this way. This map is more like tunneled, so there's just not much you can do with, yeah, being like, you can't be too isolated, I think. You just, sometimes you
Yeah.
can be too close or too far. So, yeah, like, for example, here you start a little bit on the right, so you open up better angle, but then you move left, and then you can, you're not gonna deal with all those threats around the stairs anymore. Your tank is around the corner, so be careful. This Doomfist might die.
Oh.
It's fine, yeah. Okay, they have snipers. Something important to mention. Once they know where you are, switch your angle a little bit. Do not double peek from the same spot.
Okay.
It's gonna be really important. Especially against the Widowmaker. If she knows where you are, you slightly move to the left or slightly move to the right, so it's another angle. Might even use your coach gun sometimes to reposition yourself. This is a little bit too short, be careful against the Doom.
Yeah. I just want to see if there is an easy pick or not.
You want to move back so it's longer range. Okay, but you can still move to the right if you want to pick the enemy around the corner once you deal with the Doom. Okay, move right, yeah. She knows where you are, switch your angle slightly. Okay, always slight change, so it's gonna be harder. Okay,
I don't know what it is with Ana. I need to aim train against specifically Ana.
that's okay, don't worry. Just shoot it. We only watch the attempts, really. Like, I don't care if you hit the shots, actually. Just...
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works.
that works, yeah.
You really didn't like me up there.
That's fine. It's just what are the kills is like not the mercy. I think it's just the answer. You stay if you stay at the same spot. If you know, if he knows where you are, you have to move somewhere else a little bit.
I think I'm just having a hard time really figuring out where to go because, like you said, it's very tunnely.
Yeah. You mostly play around the doorways. Like where you've been there, it's either picking left window or right window. Here you have this. Yeah, you have this doorway as well, or...
I'm so glad that they made him heal in his ultimate. That's so cool.
Oh, you're res.
Oh, I'm getting rezzed here? Oh, okay.
So see, you pick left, the next time you pick right. This is kind of the pattern here. Okay. If he knows that pick left. Yeah, exactly. That's how you win. Yeah. Okay. You might move in more left if you want to apply more pressure, so yeah.
I'm also looking for a bob angle.
Mm-hmm. Just snipers might be tough just because you stand in the same spot. You always have to reposition.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna push up on this.
Okay, next fight you can look for the bob. Once they enter in your contested space. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll win without the bob. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, you see, like coach gun, you get coach gun back. Use the 3 position, take space. Sure. Is the bob? Yeah.
Oh, I missed.
Unfortunate. Oh, still gonna do something there. Try to get the Moira. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, good.
A little bit of a fumble on positioning for Bob, but
that's okay.
I was trying to hit next to the doorway. I just went a little too far.
Yeah, I understood that. You kind of flicked it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Once you play more and more, it's gonna be easy. Like next time, you know, okay, there's a doorway. Just aim a little bit to the right, left. Yeah, sure. It's good enough. Okay. Yeah, here's the same thing. You will be leaning towards the left most of the time, moving left, open up better angles. You don't want to be exposed to too many things, so kind of one set at a time. Deal with one. Okay, you confirm space, move left. Confirm space, moving more left. Later you take the bridge, and then you move right. Yeah, open up better angles constantly. Okay.
Do we go out this left door or remain?
You can try left door, but it's just if the
I just don't
want
to. Yeah.
It's just what do you want with that later? You might take the up left later, but yeah, up to you. Just if you aim towards that high ground, it's a little bit too far. You gotta get closer now, and then yeah, like this. This is good enough. If you aim at the corner. Mm-hmm. See what you're gonna do with the dynamite as well. Mm-hmm. Right.
I knew she was gonna go for that res.
Yeah. Now you take the bridge and you move right constantly. And then you use this as cover on the that pillar. And the statue.
That's unfortunate.
It's okay. Yeah, you see, like, your tank is around the corner, yeah? Something to consider as well. If there's a big strat, something what can burst you real quick. Again, making sure they're distracted. Make sure that the Hanzo, once you trying to pick him, he's distracted with your Hulk, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows where you are, so move right. And into cover, yeah. From here, it's a little bit better if you move right, just fundamentally, because, well, it's the last fight anyway, but see, even here, you open up better angle for you yourself if you're on the stairs, and then you can control this area. You don't need to be exposed to like this unnecessary damage from up or short range damage from Kiri or Zarya. There's a trap even. It just stopped you.
Yeah, I think ordinarily, yeah, I probably would have moved up there instinctively. The only reason I pushed up is because I knew Kiriko was like the last one.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general. Yeah. Okay.
Biggest prediction of Mercy Res ever.
Nice. Yeah.
I pre-threw dynamite.
Okay. So maybe let's see. We went over maintaining angles. Yeah, maybe let's just use this game. I'm gonna go over a couple things and then we can summarize. Yeah.
This one, the circuit row?
Yeah, let's use this one.
I'll just I'll put it in the document, I guess.
Oh, you can just DM me.
Oh, that works too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be better.
There you go.
Okay.
I have to get back to the. There we go. All right, we're good.
Okay, so something it's kind of specific, but can help out a lot because you're long-range character as well. Just not too big of a detail, but that is something I mentioned before. When you play against Sniper, it might be Hanzo, it might be Widowmaker. What is important is that you are choosing to pressure from the position where they do not expect you, ideally, where they don't know that you're gonna be there. Basically, obviously, some good players they can predict where you're gonna end up, but it's kind of the fundamental idea is making sure you're not picking the same angle twice, because they keep the crosshair on where you've been at the start always. So, for example, you picked there, so you're gonna see it. It's kind of connecting to our scene before. We mentioned moving left to right. It's just here. What do we do with left-right movement? Where we should be moving. So you see the Doomfist there. You got him right away. So something to keep an eye on. The Widowmaker is there. Okay. She knows where you are. Obviously, you focus on the Doomfist, right? But that means without movement, we should be moving to where? If you're trying to just shoot Doomfist, then what is the position you should move towards?
Just gotta move left, so we're using that building as cover. We just gotta give up the high ground.
A little bit left, yeah.
We can go bridge if we want to go further back.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, exactly. But for now, this is enough. You kind of start here. Okay, if somebody enters, you start shooting them, but you move towards here-ish. Yeah, and then later, if there are more spots, obviously you can use this as a cover, but it's always kind of, you use combination of horizontal and vertical cover. So now what you're using as a cover is this corner. This is your vertical cover, and you're thinking, I'm moving left. Okay, so nobody's gonna shoot me. There's one part, and the other part is just if we know the Widow is there. Okay, usually it's about expectations too. We can kind of anticipate, but yeah, if you know she's there, you notice. Then again, movement right away should be somewhere where she cannot really deal. Yeah, we're just picking different angle. It might be that you move even down, not up, but down the stairs. Sometimes it might be that you use your coach gun and move there instantly. Yeah, but it's just something to notice. How do you, how do you deal with them? Just, yeah, how do you change the angle? Because they stay at the same spot, it might be a little bit too tough, right? We're gonna die sometimes. Okay. Yeah, this is mostly how you move left, right? Okay, now, you're on the left angle. If Hanzo knows that you're there, see what happens. He's gonna have crosshair right there, so just... So I think there's gonna be Sonic even, yeah, so that is something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I didn't hear Sonic.
If there's no Sonic, then... your crosshair like now. Yeah, so see, he knows where you are now. You should end up there, for example. It's just constant kind of switching the sidelines. It might be even dropping down sometimes, but here it's mostly, first of all, I think figure out, do you move left or right, depending on where your contested space is. Your hog is here in the contested space, so see what I mean, like why it's important, why you can move to this side, yeah? It's about that. If you're hog, and then everybody, you guys gonna give up some space, I think you can think about dropping. Yeah, you want to be careful. That shot from the answer was a little too close. Okay. So here, you open up at the angle, and then you move up. See again, moving first, not forward, but rather this, yeah, this, or deal it, like, make sure every time as a habit, constantly, yeah, it's gonna be constant.
I can see where I'm like starting, like I'm like, oh, we're winning, so I don't have to do it, but I get yeah, okay, so that's, my brain is doing a bad thing there.
No, no, it's like it's just
it's a habit. It's just a bad habit.
Yeah, you're trying to still do that same habit as before, but
yeah,
you can move forward. Let's put it this way, but it should be like, okay, did I get enough from left and right? If yes, then let me see if I can move forward to backwards and get value from that. Yeah, here, left, right, okay. Yeah, moving forward. Might be good if they're around the corner here, if your team is pushing the spawn or something, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's like you said, left to right first, and then forward back, yeah.
Because what ends up happening, this Doomfist gets in you, and then you keep staying here, you don't have coach gun, and that's really kind of a little bit scary. Yeah, if they dive you especially. What about if you're here, you still can apply this amount of pressure on this corner. And that's why, this is a little bit complicated for you as well, yeah, because you playing short range angle. This is more Kiriko angle, by the way.
Yeah, I recognize that. I was like, I even thought to myself too, because you said like, oh, this is too short, and I was like, I'm just looking for an easy pick, and I'm like, wait, I'm Ashe.
You're right.
I'm like, not Kiriko. I can't just double headshot and then teleport away. Like,
no, that would be a really great corner. I always say, yeah, go ahead, use short range flanks like that. And just double D'ing them. Okay.
Yeah.
So see, this is how it works. You switch your angle a little bit. So, you know, nice. You did the. So she knows that you're there. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of. So I think it was before, right? Yeah, it was there. So ultimately she knows that you're here, and then you switch a little. She kind of keeps the crosshair around the same place. Obviously she has to shoot somebody else. But this is what I mean.
She's looking for the flick, because this is the first time she flicked.
Yeah, exactly. See, you're kind of moving away from that possible micro flick. Like, it's always in muscle memory, especially with good players, to do those micro flicks, but ideally you switching the angle a little bit so it's not as easy for them. Ideally, if you plan your favorable range as well versus them, you should be okay, because you notice if you're too far, then it's easier for them to do readjustments. Like, let's say they here and you really far behind, I don't know, like here, it might seem like even if you move from this cover to maybe like this corner, it still might be easy for them to do this readjustment because you're too far. It's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah,
play your favorable range while switching the angle, and should be good, really. Yeah, you're just even doing this small readjustments left, right. Yeah, be careful, like now they know where you are, so you gotta keep an eye on that.
Yeah, if I'd rotated around to bridge, I would have been fine there.
Yeah, I think in this case, kind of just been around the same spot a little bit too long. Okay. Yeah, we talked about the Bob, so... And this is interesting. So it's kind of... Okay, the Doomfist is about to land. Okay, I assume you're trying to kind of wait for that. Yeah, we're waiting for that moment and gonna coach gun away, or what was the thought process?
So Doomfist, when Doomfist ulted, I already knew. Oh, he's just gonna engage because he can heal in his ultimate now. So there's no reason for him to use it as an escape anymore, which sucks. But yeah. So I was kind of just trying to pay attention to where he was gonna land because I like if I go up and take like an off angle or something, he probably just jumps on me and then like it's just Doomfist. He can just be everywhere. So I don't really know where to stand here, I guess.
Where you can move, so it's gonna be fundamentally a better spot for you. Like, first of all, we can figuring out where the contested space is gonna be, and then we're trying to kind of open up the best angle, while keeping an eye on the Doomfist. Obviously, we don't want to be too isolated. Okay, with all of that in mind, where you should be. So
Probably up on this like stairway to the right, maybe.
Stairway can work.
Because I can keep an eye on the supports if he dives on them. I can coach gun to them if he dives on me, and I can also keep an eye on the site that they're about to cross around the corner on.
Yeah, I think this can work. Just let me see. As long as you use this cover and isolate this angle here.
Yeah.
Or this can work as well because you have the
It's probably safer.
Yeah, it's just two of those options.
Yeah, the one further back's probably I think is probably better in the long run because you're closer to tank as well. Your tank will get there sooner.
Yes, yeah, I think this is better too. You character, you allowed to use verticality as well, so I think this is much better for you. But definitely not this. This is short range corner. If you're about to fight this guy's in the main, then it might be a little bit too short range sideline for you. Again, yeah, we keep an eye on the Doomfist, not being too isolated, but moving towards our long range angle first. Because this what ends up you. That's why you died there, because you're kind of a little bit too far forward. You're not set up.
Yeah. No, I definitely can recognize that was just a misplay on my part. I just didn't know what to do. That was why.
I think here we switched the angle a little bit. That was good. Kind of move left, move right. Okay, Hanzo knows where you are. Move slightly left. Now, let me see where his attention was. Like, again, we're gonna see the cross is most likely gonna be towards that corner. Okay, he starts the pressure there. And then he's kind of aiming towards this, but still probably gonna keep an eye on here. It's gonna be harder for him to expect you there. It's much harder when you synchronizing with the pressure. See, like, this is your tank distracting, this is you switching an angle. There's just almost no way for him to land the shot on you. It's really nice if you time all of this. And that's why, like, here towards the end, you notice, was it Death, I think, where we just a bit of a missed time. So you push this Zarya out. Okay. Now you're gonna peek around the corner. This is where you want to be careful, committing most of your shots, because your tank is not in yet. So like this, yeah, like the attention is on you. Even when you're moving, you're kind of switching your sideline, the angle. This guy, it's too easy for him to predict where you're gonna be, even though you switch, because there's no distraction.
Yeah. Okay.
So we kind of, what we should be doing in our case, then we kind of, yeah, what you tell me.
We'll probably move behind statue instead of pushing forward, just until the tank gets a little more like distraction.
Exactly, yeah. So kind of shoot.
Yeah.
Control this. Your tank moves in. You move to here. If Hanzo's attention is on you, you can switch, going left, right, depending on the situation. But this is gonna be much easier. Not too hard for you to aim, and you're gonna stay alive longer.
Yeah. So I just overextended a bit there.
Just a bit, yeah. But that is important. That's why keeping an eye on this. Okay, actually, when your tank hooks, this guy is kind of distracting, but he's just
not to the Hanzo. I don't think, because he's isolated in that room.
Yeah, this is kind of like we start moving, but your tank was not moving in. That was a mistake. Ideally, it should be your tank is making a move. So even this, making a move now, okay, and then you can start doing things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we can summarize all of what we mentioned today so far. Yeah, what do we need to work on based on our session today?
So I think we made pretty good progress in taking off angles, and then it's
Definitely.
just switching the angles, I think, is the big thing. I think that's gonna be. I think having you talk in my ear while I was in a game really kind of hammered that in. So
Great. That's the main point. Yeah.
yeah, I still think so. I think I still struggle a little bit with the timing because that overextend there. So just timing my pressure with the tank.
Still.
And then probably you said next session we'll probably talk about how to deal with that close range pressure.
Yep. So it's kind of with the timing. So it's the same thing. Yeah, tank is active, be active, and specifically we mentioned few things like your shots, for example. Most of your shots should be done when your tank is in. If there's some cooldowns you're aware of, want to be aware of some big bursts which can kill you really. Again, tank, your team overall, watching for them pushing in. And regarding switching the angle, so how do we do that? What we went over?
Just kind of switching to left side, right side.
Move left to right
first. Yeah, once they see me and they know where I'm at, just make sure I reposition a way that they're not gonna be automatically aiming at me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think this is good. And what I mentioned about the coach gun as well, how it can help you to maintain the angle.
Yeah, just just to be aware that I have it as a tool to escape, so I can take the angles. As I can take an angle to contest the contested space and have coach gun to get back if I need to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I would just use this term as play one coach gun away, if that makes sense. You play here, and let's say your team slided to this side of the map. Okay, if you can coach gun to their line of sight, it's okay angle. If you cannot, then it's not good enough. You want to keep an eye on that. Obviously, it also depends on your initial position and such, but overall, your coach gun allows you to be more aggressive, so take advantage of that. Not only we can set up on vertical angles, which is preferable most of the time, but sometimes on the maps with a lot of where there's just no high grounds to take, you take advantage of the coach gun this way. You kind of move horizontally a little bit deeper. Yeah, you notice it's kind of up and horizontal. A lot of people, they don't take advantage out of the horizontal mobility. They take advantage of vertical, but horizontal is also important. You have to move a little bit deeper. Okay, so coach gun, one coach gun away. Timing tank is active. Yeah, most of your shots, sure. Ult usage. What about your bob placement? Where you should place it?
I'm trying to think how to word it. It kind of take it to put pressure on their positioning, on that contested space. Basically, want it to cover, kind of almost cover angles that I can't.
It's kind of. Let me think. So we went over contested space. Yeah. So there are a few things. Yeah, I think this is
when you're engaged on the when the enemy's engaged on the contested space too was important. I know I know one problem I used to have, I picked up on it real quick, was I'd throw Bob out before they even pushed, or I'd throw it where they're about to push in, to try and stop them from pushing, and they would just walk past it, and I was like, oh. So I know I used to do that, but I picked up on that one.
I think you can also take advantage of this one more thing. When your tank walked in contested space, you can get better position. That is something to keep an eye on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, how you maintain those angles, I think that's gonna help out. Not only moving left and right, but also knowing, okay, my tank walked in contested space, I can move to better angle. Remember, coach gun can also help sometimes. Yeah, he can get better spot, better position. And Bob is kind of on the off angle on contested space, so it's just You push from one side, he's kind of shooting enemies from a back in the same contested space where you at.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any final questions?
I think we covered a lot today, so I think I've got it. I know what I need to work on, and I know what we should be ready for next session too.
Yeah. Next time, gonna go over awareness dealing with threats. Yeah, let's do that. And is there a specific time you want to aim for? Do you want to aim for Sunday or?
Yeah, probably same time next week if that's fine.
Let me see. Yeah, same time should be good. It's open. Yeah, you can schedule it right away. I'll confirm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the summary really soon as well. And if you're gonna have any questions, let me know as usual.
Yeah, I do appreciate it.